Our topic is online reservation definitions in Veboni ERP program. You can create your online booking definitions from the Definitions tab by clicking on the Online Booking menu. All property will be listed on the page that opens. You can start the definitions by right-clicking for which hotel you want to process. Domain and certificate settings of the online booking page must be set before you start. If the relevant settings are made, we need to register the domain. To register the domain, click on the Settings button at the top right of the page. On the page that opens, we need to click on the Domain tab and register the relevant domain from the Domain Definitions tab. When we click the plus button in the upper right corner of the page, we select Property from the Domain, Hotel, and Type options and click the Add button. After the domain definitions are made, mail sender settings must be made in order to send confirmation mail to those who create reservations from the online reservation page. For this, by switching to the Mail Domain Definitions tab on the right side, mail sender mail settings must be made. By clicking the plus button on the top right and selecting the mail service type reservation from here, the relevant sender mail address must be defined. After the mail domain settings are made, the agency we will use on the online booking page must be defined. For this, the Sales Marketing Agency Definitions tab opens under the PMS menu. On the page that opens, check whether an agency is opened for online booking. If not, click the plus button on the top right corner of the page to open a new agency form. Code agency and online agency are registered by clicking the checkbox. Since an online booking agency has already been registered, we continue without opening another agency. Since the checkbox indicating that it is an online agency is checked here, we will continue using the WebRes agency without opening another agency. After checking the agency we will use, we can start defining. For this, go to the Online Reservation tab. The Definitions page opens. Right-click Online Booking Definitions for the related hotel. On the page that opens, we can start with the definitions. Let's start by typing the name of the hotel in the name field in the Online Booking Definitions tab. By clicking on the world icon on the right side, it is also possible to write the equivalents of the definitions in other languages. German, English, Turkish, Russian are available. The number of languages can be increased according to demand. After writing their equivalents, we can move on to other definitions by clicking the Save button. The short description does not currently affect anywhere on the online booking page, so we can continue by filling in this field. We continue by writing their equivalents in other languages. The name of the hotel will show this field when we open the domain. Let's continue with the definitions. It is possible to write the description "cannot be cancelled" in this field. When we click on the world icon, it is possible to write the equivalents in other languages. The caveat here varies according to your company procedures. You can write the relevant content in the fields here. This field here will appear when you click on the booking on the page. As the current room is refundable, the relevant content does not appear in this area. Let's continue with the definitions. Stop sale description. After the reservation recipes are entered, if a stop sale has been applied, we will extract the content here. When we click on the world icon, let's save the equivalents in other languages and click on the Save button. Afterwards, if there is no quota, we show the warning here in the same way if the quota has expired in the specified recipes. Write the equivalents in other languages and click the Save button. Mail control. If you have a mail control procedure in your company, we remove the content here for reservation entries such as 1 man, 2 men, 3 men. We block reservation access, of course. Again, when we click on the world icon here, let's write the equivalents in other languages and click the Save button. After entering the description of mail control, you can upload pictures of the hotel by switching to the Photos tab. Images can be uploaded by drag and drop or by showing the file path. The images here will appear in the area here on the online booking page. You can even click on it and the image here will appear on the big screen. The area with hotel information under the hotel name brings the data in the Templates tab from the program. Again, data in other languages can be added here. Templates images can be uploaded. You can also add source code from the Tools tab. Let's do a test for English. Let's write English here and save it in column character. When I click the Save button, if we close and open the reservation page, we will see that it has been updated there as well. When we click on the language option in the upper right corner of the page, we can select English and see that this field has been updated. On the right side, you can show a map of your hotel. You can update the relevant field from the Map Link field in the Online Reservation Definitions tab in the program. You can also create a map image by searching your hotel on the maps and pasting the link here. If you activate the membership login, if your company has a loyalty program, if your guests log in with their email and password on the online reservation page, they can use their loyalty points as a promotional code as a discount from their room accounts. We display your privacy and cookie policy texts as a link or as a template on the online booking page. If you want to show it as a link, you can use this field. If you want to measure and analyze the number of clicks on the online booking page, you can add traffic IDs by selecting the appropriate marketing type option when you click the Add Online Marketing button. In the start date, you can write the date your site will be launched. Let's continue by checking the appropriate checkboxes at the bottom. If you want to allow the use of promotional codes on your site, you can check the checkbox here. If you want to show the refundable status of your rooms, you can check the checkbox here. You can check the checkboxes here if you want to receive payment by credit card or if you want to receive payment by bank transfer. You can check the checkbox here if you want to receive the payment. If you do not want the payment to be at the entrance, the checkbox here should remain empty. The agency of the online booking page must be selected from the agency selection field. In the Information Emails section, if the guest requests information from the Information section on the online booking page, you can specify which email addresses this email will be sent to by writing here. If you have this information email address, you can register it by putting a semicolon between them. Informational emails are sent to guests when they want to ask you a question on the online booking page, and they click on the Call You button. After clicking here, After filling in the fields here, they can send you a message by marking the KVKK rules after writing the name, surname, email, gender, country code message. The message they send will be sent as an email to the information emails here. In the ticket sales link section at the bottom, if you have another activity sale other than your rooms on the online reservation page and you want to direct your guests to this page, please type your link here in the ticket sales link section and click the Save button. Let's open the page again. There will be a ticket sale icon at the top right corner of the page. When guests click on the icon here, they will be directed to the link you have written. After the online reservation definitions are completed, when we right-click on the page, Contract Country Matching should be done on this screen. What good will that do us? From this screen, we can determine which prices will be displayed against the contracts from which countries when searched. For example, S24 domestic prices and contract with a contract country match will be seen by guests when searching from Cyprus and Turkey. Let's create a new contract country match and click on the plus button at the top right of the form on the page. Since S24 Domestic is selected from the contract selection field, let's continue by selecting S24 BDT beforehand. In the country section, we need to select which countries should see the prices of the S24 BDT contract. For example, the countries of Russia, Ukraine, Thanks to IP control on the online booking page, guests will see S24 BDT rates when a search is made from Russia. When you right-click on the form, you can update the selected row or delete the selected row. In this form, we bring the contracts you have entered from the Concentrate module. When we want to return to the page again, let's right-click. In the Room Types and Borders section, we need to write the definitions of room types and borders and their equivalents in other languages. When we right-click for the standard room type in the Room Types tab, online reservation definitions are opened. Here, by clicking on the language icon in the room name field, we need to write the equivalents in other languages. Then we need to specify the short description, mail control description, and how many square meters the room size is. In the Images section, we can upload images of the relevant room type, and in the Templates section, we can provide general information about the room. In the same way, you can add descriptions in other languages here. You can add pictures. The data, descriptions, info that you have written here are included in the details of the room in the space just below the room name on the online reservation page. The square meters of the room are indicated above the image. We show the maximum capacity of the room above the picture in the same way. Here, without a data limit, the guest will be able to view the data and templates you have written when they click on the Showroom Info section. Let's go back to the definition page. For other room types, when we right-click on Online Booking Definitions, we can click on the World screen next to the name of the room and write the equivalents in other languages. A brief explanation is required. At the top, we can add pictures of the room type in the Pictures section. In the Templates section, we can write the details of the room, descriptions, info in the same way. Let's not forget to write their equivalents in other languages, then click the Save button. In the previous form, click on the Board section on which board we are selling. Right-click on the definition of online bookings. When you click on the world icon of the Ultra All-Inclusive board, it is possible to write the equivalents in other languages. If we want to write a template related to this board, we can write a description. If we want to write an info, we can write descriptions and info from the template section and by writing their equivalents in other languages. When we click on the Save button, the name of the board will appear under the room name in the same way. When we click the Save button, we bring the data from the template here.